Hey guys, hope you're having a good weekend. And today's video is about this DI box, or direct. This one says direct box. Some are called direct injection boxes. These are not fuel injectors, by the way. These are good for taking a high impedance and turning it into a low impedance. On this side, you will have a low impedance XLR and a ground lift switch. On the other side, you'll have an input and output high impedance quarter-inch plugs. So let's say, for instance, you have a guitar, you plug it into the input, and you've got basically a pass-through direct out to, let's say, your amplifier. But you can actually take the signal directly from your guitar and turn it into a mic cable. Why would you want to do this? Well, it's a different impedance, so that's one reason too. Some interfaces have and mixing boards have special inputs for this anyway, but the main reason you'd want to use this is you can send over an XLR any signal and it will stay balanced. What balanced means, it will accumulate outside noise, but it has a way to get rid of it, and I will get into that in just a moment. Right here we have the same exact one, but we have the screws removed. As you can see, these wires parallel these two connectors. So it's an input and an output, and this is a transformer. Transformer works on electromagnetic induction. So if you're curious, you can Google that, or I'll have a picture up for you. And then after that, it goes to the XLR and the switch, ground lift switch. So this is a pretty simple piece of technology, but it's a very interesting and potentially important piece of technology, especially if you are running over huge distances. Now, quarter-inch TS cables mean that there's two wires in it. XLR, there are at least three, if not a fourth ground. So two grounds possibly, I believe, in an XLR. At least three wires though, that's the important thing. So what you have is a signal. Let's use a guitar example. Again, you got a signal, in the form of a wave going into this box. What this allows you to do is have that same signal obviously come out of the XLR, but then the transformer inverts the signal, makes a copy practically, but it inverts the copy. So when the wave for the original signal is going up, this one's going down. So it's a mirror image of the wave. Now that comes into play when it gets to the other DI box, or mic input. This is practically every XLR uses this technology. It will invert it and send an inverted copy along with it. So both of them accumulate the noise. But at the end, with the other DI box, it can combine it and cancel out the noise. It's called phase canceling. So it'll invert the noise and cancel it out, and actually summing the original signal back together. So you can run, I don't even know if there's a limit with XLR where you can cancel out practically all the noise, but it's an amazing idea, and it's been around for 50 to 100, not 100 years, but like 50 years. So So one thing you need is an XLR, of course. And the thing is, analog audio signals aren't the only things that use this principle on. This will plug into here. Actually, this has the same connector, so you'd have to have a female to, or a male to male to use this, or you can buy a male this connector to this connector XLR. But usually you're going into a mixing console anyway that has the reverse connection for this, so that wouldn't be a problem. Now, getting back to analog signals aren't the only application for this. I don't know if probably USB does use this technology, but other forms of data transfer, they use that technology as well, and it's pretty slick, huh? Well, I guess if you guys want a closer look on that, that is what it looks like on the inside. And there's other versions of this. I think this was like a shielded one. I don't know why it was considered shielded, but there's simpler versions that don't have, it has like maybe one plug and then one XLR plug on the other side, and possibly not the ground switch. Ground switch, I don't know, you just, it may make a difference, it may not. I don't really know exactly why it doesn't really come into play that much. So, if you're looking to send audio through your house to another amplifier, another room, long distance, 2-wire cable might not be ideal. XLR definitely would be a good idea. If it's from an amplifier, that generally doesn't really matter because there's no more gain stages afterwards. See, the thing about, sending signal from a mic or any musician on stage is it accumulates noise. It can if you don't do it properly, and then you're going to be amplifying that noise later because there's many more gain stages after you get back to the mixing console or your DAW. So you don't want to be recording or hearing that in your performance. So if you like this video, if you use these before, like this video, throw me a comment. Hopefully you enjoy the warm weather. Hopefully it starts raining more and more. If your friend doesn't like DI boxes, share this video with them. Make sure he knows that you should be using these. And subscribe, please. It all helps the channel. Alright guys, have a good weekend and have another good week. See you at the next one.